Did I ever tell you the story of the guy who turned from white to black? His name was Nuka Zeus. Now doesn't that sound like the name of a supervillain? Nuka Zeus! Yeah, you heard that right. And in case you don't want me to say it, I'll let him say it.
My name's Nuka Zeus, and I'm the first trans race.
They say you can be anything you want in life. It didn't mean go from white to black, I gotta be honest with you. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be something. Doesn't everybody want to be something? When I was a baby, I told my dad that I wanted to be just like Lightning McQueen from Cars. And yes, that's what I call him. My dad looked at me and he said, "You can't be a car, son. You're already a disappointment. You can't be both." From that day on, I ran away. And I put the suit on, and now I do Detective Leo videos for money on the internet. That's right. It's Detective Leo and I'm back on the case. Have you ever heard that song, Black or White, from Michael Jackson? Well, you should hear the remix, White to Black. It don't matter about my baby. It don't matter if you're white turning black. Can't believe this is a thing, but on the internet, people do wild stuff. And today, I'm looking at a guy who literally turned his skin from white to black. And he also shifted his personality. There's a lot wrong. The man's name in question is Nuka Zeus. I don't really know what his actual name is, and I found little to nothing on his life. I wanted to do a full deep dive from the time he was born to the place he is now, but I'll tell you what, the internet has scrubbed it away like a clean commercial.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
I can't find out when this man is born. His age looks like it could be anywhere between 5 and 653 BC. So I don't really know. When they have an ethnicity on his passport, I'm sure it says question mark, and then this emoji. This will be a deep dive, but I wanted to figure out whether Nuka Zeus is real or fake. Now I know the person is real, but is he doing a gimmick? Or is this just some big joke? Because it seems like it could be either. I'm going to put up a board that's fake, and we'll do real and fake for everyone. So if he says something that's super fake, we'll put a tick there. If he says something that's super real, put a tick there. And at the end of the video, we'll see if it's actually real or fake. Because he wants to be blacker than this hat. Alright, anyway, I'm just going to show you Nuka Zeus. Oh, by the way, if you liked the video and liked the series, at the end of it, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me if there's anybody else you want me to deep dive on, because I love doing these. And also, follow me at 16leo_ on my Instagram. That way you can give me more ideas like this guy. By the way, I'm happy to thank today's sponsor, Be Kind. Well, it's that time of the year again. Spring is in the air. Birds are chirping. Bees are pollinating? Be Kind is a company that not only sells bee-themed jewelry and adorable collectibles, but they also work alongside various bee conservation charities, so every Be Kind customer is directly contributing to their mission of saving bees. In fact, Be Kind customers have helped restore and preserve over 50 acres of flowers. Pollination is so important for the ecosystem. Bees and other pollinators are currently threatened, but by supporting Be Kind and their partners who work to protect bees, you're contributing to help sustain those species. I love how Be Kind's packaging is made from 100% eco-friendly materials, and they also offer free priority shipping. Who doesn't love free shipping? I was lucky to be sent a few items, and I can say their jewelry is super adorable. Be Kind will make the perfect gift for Mother's Day, since it's right around the corner. Oh hey, even treat yourself. Check out their website and enter my code 16leo for 20% off your order. You'll be directly supporting my channel and supporting the bees. So it's a win-win. Thanks, Be Kind. Sorry, one other thing. If this video gets I'm gonna overshoot it, 20,000 likes, I am going to try and get an interview with him. Because I found his Instagram. I think I can do it.
All right, here we go. We have Nuka Zeus.
Oh my god in hell. He looks like a character from Saints Row. I didn't realize he was gonna look like a randomized character. Oh god, bro.
You're essentially a Caucasian man who at one point started to inject himself with a chemical that put melanin in your skin that would make you dark when you start going out in the sun.
Yes and no. It's not technically melanin. People always think it's melanin. It's basically steroids. When it doesn't do anything unless I go into the sun. It's just tanning, you know, with ultra speed.
Melanin, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, is the pigment of your skin. Now, Michael Jackson and other people have this condition where they have patches and they get blotchy, and for them it's a whole different reason for wanting your skin to be a certain color or actually doing treatment that actually makes you that color. It loses pigmentation. It's different when you decide to wake up and be like, oh my god, I like T-Pain so much, I want to literally look like him. That seems like that would be a red flag, if anything.
So where exactly did you grow up?
It's basically two different places. I was born up in New York. I lived there till I was about 10, and then I moved down south in small town areas in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so the background is he grew up in New York, a cultural melting pot, if you will. There's many places, races, and different faces. Pick one, choose one, stick with one, right? I would say. I grew up in South Africa. I never once looked at the Zulu people and went, my tribes. You know what I mean?
And what nationality are your parents?
Technically, I consider them human.
Considers them. I'm sorry, sir. We asked what ethnicity your parents are. You said human. What does that make you, motherfucking alien? I've never heard someone answer that question before in such a weird, passive manner. Just say white, bro. Please.
But I guess you could say other people would consider them Caucasian.
Ah, okay, there we go. Other people would consider them Caucasian, you know what I mean? I think this man is suffering with identity crisis, right? Can we say that, Henry? I think it's an open and shut case, really. This man clearly has a case of identity crisis. Someone in his family is not being cool enough that he wants to be like them. And he probably saw a rap video for Jay-Z and was like, I want that.
Or some Italian, Sicilian.
He's Italian? Holy shit. This is another good. Sorry, I had to. But I'm not the one in trial here. He is. Look at his face, not mine. This is real.
You went to the Art Institute for a year and you didn't graduate though?
No, it wasn't really my path in life that I wanted to take. I tried it out. It wasn't for me.
We'll go ahead and show a picture of what you look like originally.
Okay, so now we get to the part of the interview where they show what Nuka Zeus looks like originally. Oh my god. He looks like Louis C.K. with hair. Please, don't show it. That's what he looked like before. Can you imagine him going into a store and like getting dye, and every week he gets blacker and blacker, and the person's like, oh, wow, did you visit the sun? What the fuck are you doing, bro? This is a joke, right? Man, can we put one up for real, for commitment?
Up until the point where you started injecting yourself, were you into black culture? What was the attraction initially?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been around black people my whole entire life. My parents first sent me to daycare, you know. There's a black guy there. He became my best friend.
You know, I have a lot of Asian friends. That doesn't necessarily mean I go up to them and start just trying.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Is that not Chinese?
That's not even fucking close.
Can I try Mexican?
No.
Just because I like them, it doesn't mean I want to be them. You're sounding a little like Hannibal Lecter right now. You know what I mean?
And it's like every school that I went to, I always gravitated to the black people for some reason. Then I moved down to the South, and then I thought everybody was human.
Everybody is human, you jack. But racial inequality is still a thing. I think that this person means well. I think he's very disillusioned. Very, very disillusioned. But I think he means well. But I also think he just wants to be swagalicious. I'm still trying to figure out where he's coming from.
Realized that there was a difference between white and black, but only through hindsight did I realize that I gravitated to black people. But when I moved to the South, I learned from, you know, the people around me that, hey, you're not human. You're either white or you're black. I've always felt a little different. And my sister used to tease me and say I wasn't part of the family, say I was adopted because I was so light-skinned. And I just wanted to be like all my friends and stuff like that.
I just wanted to be like all my friends. So I became like all my friends. Now I say the N-word. And unfortunately, he does go on to say it. We'll get into that one later. But it's amazing how someone can think like this and actually commit to the pot. We all want traits of someone or something else that we don't have. I don't think there's a person out there who's 100% content with who they are. I think it's just human nature to to pine to be something else. And it's natural. What's not natural is acting upon those urges. There comes a time when you need to understand that there's etiquette in life. Like, for instance, sometimes I need to go to the bathroom. Usually, I proceed to go to the bathroom. Not just pee my pants and sit down and pretend like nothing's wrong and all my friends like, I'm gonna leave. I don't do that because it's human etiquette to be like, hey, my bladder's full, I'm gonna use the bathroom and not just pee myself and sit down and eat the steak regardless. There's differences between overdoing it and feeling it. You know what I mean, Nuka? That's such a weird name.
Middle school, I started thinking about doing plastic surgery to become, see if I can do the opposite of Michael Jackson.
Jekyll Maxon over here, man. You do the opposite of Michael Jackson by getting plastic surgery sounds like the most backward thing possible. I know what he's saying, but he's saying because Michael got whiter, he's like, I wanted to get blacker. I wanted to be like opposite Michael Jackson. Don't matter if you're white or black, because I am black.
As I progressed into adulthood, I started trying to find other ways to darken my skin, but it never seemed to happen. But then I found out about the tanning injections and I wanted to try it, and I tried it and I like it, and I finally have dark skin, which I've always wanted.
So now we try to figure out what exactly his goal is. Nuka Zeus has got to have a goal. He can't just want to do this. And we proceed with the interview.
Like if somebody, singles me out, and tries to like say that I'm not black, it's like, it just hurts my soul. If I'm not black, I don't even want to be here. You know what I mean?
My man, if I'm not black, I don't even want to be here. This man is committed to the damn cause. I'm going to put one more up for real. Because this is the realest stuff I ever heard.
It's like, I don't know, it just hurts when my own people turn their back on me.
I gotta put one up for the fake, because that's comedy gold. Imagine turning black and then calling other people my people. I don't even know who he's talking about. Is my people the black people or the white people? I thought we were all just humans. Except Henry the Henny Horse, we're all just humans.
How'd you find out about melanotan?
I've seen pictures on the internet, floating around here and there, and I thought it was fake.
Now, I gotten to the point where we're like deep enough in the video to discuss the marks on his face. I did see the before and after pictures, and it's kind of unfortunate because the before pictures don't seem to show that kind of markings on his face. And, it's his body. I'm not gonna go out here and be like, oh, this is horrible that you did that. If you like that, that's fine. I don't see a problem with it. But it is very noticeable. It does make me sad that maybe this man has potentially body dysmorphia or something to the point where he doesn't even realize he's just hurting himself by doing this. And I don't know what the long-term effects are of injecting yourself with what? Milotan? That sounds like a drink. Pass me that Milotan. Now I look like Akon. I'm locked up, they won't let me out. Sorry, that was a tangent. A tangent?
And one of my friends was showing me Martina Big, and I was like, that's fake, that ain't real. And they're like, no, that's real.
But her titties is fake. Damn! But also, wow, what a amazing coincidence. I did a video on Martina Big. She's the lady with the big cans. And she's the German one who wanted to be black. I gotta say, they would make a good couple.
So I did it, and then, I started liking it. I started getting happy, and I love it.
Okay, I actually looked up Martina Big, and this is a white woman who took the same thing and turned really dark.
Yeah, but Martina Big literally went to Africa to live with the African people. She about that life. Never seen someone be that committed to the cause before. I don't think what she's doing is right either, personally, but also at the same time,
She's backing it up.
I gotta say,
You started to inject yourself with this stuff, and I guess it costs around $40 a bottle?
Yeah. Well, when I first started taking it, I was very scared because I looked up all the different side effects that it could have. When I first started taking it, I was feeling a little weird. My brain wasn't feeling right.
I'm pretty sure your brain wasn't feeling right before you took the damn thing, bro. I feel like maybe your sister or someone in the family should have been like, hey, you're looking black these days. What is up?
Because I was so scared of what if I die or what's going to happen? Is my dick going to fall off? I had no idea.
That would be a hell of a side effect. Imagine reading that on a box. Oh, side effects include dick falling off. Would you still take it? What a side effect that would be. I don't know if I could chance my life for anything on that. God damn.
Isn't this used for erectile dysfunction?
When they first invented the injection, they were making it for erectile dysfunction disorder, but they found out that when people go into the sun, they just happen to get, a lot darker, a lot faster.
I feel like I missed something. We're talking about erectile dysfunction and then also skin color. Why do I feel like I'm an old person in Florida?
And I started, at first, it didn't do anything different with my libido. Is that the right word?
Stick, pump gadget, cane for pain.
Your big helicopter ding dong, schling schlong.
The big man downstairs. Any one of those would have worked. But yeah, your libido's good.
But as I started taking more of the injections and going to higher dosages, gives me a lot of random boners that are hard to get rid of.
Boner.
You didn't want to go see a doctor to work with a doctor on working, testing your levels and stuff?
I tried. I told them about it, and they told me to stop taking it because that was back when I had anxiety for it.
Hey, doc. Yes, what's up, my patient? I want to turn blacker. All right, big shot. Listen to Dr. Dre. No. I want to physically. I want to get blacker, like Akon, like really dark, and I'm white. Oh, I have something for you. Let me just. Here, this is a number to the psychologist. Take this and just go see him. It's free.
To stop with this anxiety, and they're like, no, I'm not going to give you anything to mask side effects of this. If you don't like it, stop taking it. If you're not going to stop taking it, we suggest you go seeing a therapist. And then I just stopped going to that doctor.
I was joking, and they literally did what I said. Kudos to them. Let's add one more to the real tab, since people are literally telling this man to go see a therapist, which I would recommend. I feel like he's got internal issues that probably could be straightened out, and therefore his external will be much more healthy. I'm serious. I'm dead serious about this. I would think that he would benefit much more from using that money that he uses to tan his face to go to therapy. And here's a side note. I feel, this is just my personal gripe with doctors, I feel like psychology and mental health should be free. Because in countries unlike America, where it's actually free with the healthcare, you still have to pay exorbitant amounts of money for psychology. And I think mental health is just as, if not more important than physical health. So.
You said you'd rather live a short life and experience a lot than live a long life and not experience.
Exactly, because what's life without experiences?
My name's Nuka Zeus, and I'm the first transracial. I don't believe in labels or consider myself transracial. I'm just black. But people like to call me transracial, so whatever. From the start of my life, I always felt different, and I was always treated differently. For some unknown reason, I always gravitated to black people, and I never felt fully comfortable or safe around people who weren't black. Man, I'm trapped inside. Thinking of man, I'm trapped inside a body that isn't mine.
I'm not sure if he thought that because he was black he could suddenly sing or rap. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or a gross stereotype, but here is him singing. Man, this isn't right. People be calling me white. Yeah, man, looking in the mirror can really be me. I never brain put a Caucasian's body. That was a duet between me and Nuka Zeus. It's called Nuka Leo or Nuka Leo because that is over. Oh my god. So, I wanted to show you just a little bit of source footage as well. This man clearly is on a mission to darken his skin to the, scorched earth tone that he wants to be. Just looking at him beforehand, it's literally night and day. And I don't mean that as a pun, but I probably do.
Spirit and soul from the beginning of time has always been a black guy. But then when I died and restarted this file, I'm in a body that looks like it's
a child?
I'm still a black man as I always been, but for some reason my spirit decided to play a game and experiment and pick this new avatar.
I think he was trying to do some Def Jam poetry, and I definitely got deaf to it, so.
If I had one wish, I wish for black skin, and all of my brothers would consider me kin.
Why he hits me with the worst songs I ever... They come out of nowhere. If I had one wish, I would wish for white skin. I wish I could cut in the line. I have white privilege.
What's up? What's poppin'? What's crackin' lacking?
I also want to note the fact that for some reason on the interview, he talks somewhat white or somewhat normally, but when he's in his own videos, I'm not sure if he's putting on what they call a black accent. Now that is an accent that is specifically black by someone who isn't. And I know accents are a hard thing to maneuver around because everybody has a different one. For instance, people still don't know where the hell I'm from. I'm not even going to tell them. It's a very hard thing to distinguish, and I might be nitpicking, but I feel like I could definitely hear him putting on an accent and doing that. Yo, what's up, bro? It's me. I'm from Compton, California. I'm a real Crip. It's a bit too much.
Because a lot of the people be asking me the same motherfucking question. And disclaimer.
This is definitely some acting. I'm going to put one in the fake column because I think he's being Iggy Azalea trying to have a black accent. Black.
If y'all are taking tannin injections to become black, I'm gonna slap your motherfucking monkey ass. What the is wrong with you?
Save me. Damn. If y'all are taking injections, I'm gonna slap your mother effing ass.
Because you wanna become black? Nah, bro, that shit ain't cool. Now, I know some dumbass motherfucking haters is going to say some stupid ass shit. I am not taking tannin injections to become black. I am black.
But here's the thing. You're not black. You have the external look of a black person only because well, I wouldn't even go that far as to say you have the external look as a black person. You look like someone who's trying to cosplay a black person.
What up, y'all? Nuka Zeus here.
Oh, by the way, did I mention he also has a tattoo? It's cool, except it says Black Power.
Representing that black power, you know what I'm saying?
He also has another one that says whites.
Injections that I inject into myself as an experimental drug. The first couple days were terrible. I get lightheaded. They say that you're supposed to get like these random boners that last for hours. I haven't gotten one. If anything, I think my dick stopped working.
I can't do this anymore. I'm out the case, Henry. Henry, I'm out the case. This is wild, Henry. I ain't never wanted to hear a white guy who has a black power tattoo on his arm talking about how his dick doesn't work, but it's supposed to. I am not prepared for this. I was not prepared for this today. Sometimes these things are above my pay grade, and I get paid nothing, so this is wild.
My name's Nuka Zeus.
One of my friends
and on the
was
showing
me Martina Big.
And I was like, that's fake. That ain't real. And like, no, it's real. If anything, I think my dick stopped working.
Let's carry on. So now let me take you back to the interview. Nuka Zeus is not happy with his skin tone.
He wants to get darker.
So you start to inject yourself. We'll go ahead and show a video of you in the beginning of the process.
That's right. The injections that I inject into myself as an experimental drug that...
Do you think he injects it in the butt? Ouch. That's an interesting thought. I wonder where he injects it.
And you start to shoot yourself up with this. And you actually, it's like a syringe that you have to inject into your vein.
No, anywhere in your body. They recommend fatty areas.
So the butt then, huh? Am I right? Am I 2 for 2? Henry, am I 2 for 2?
People do with their stomachs, but I have a thing. I'm scared to stick my stomach. So I tried my buttocks at first.
I was joking. I can't believe this is real. Oh my God.
But it takes a couple weeks to actually start seeing results.
And after how many weeks did you feel like, all right, I'm at the skin tone that I want?
I'm not there. I can't get there. I don't know what to do.
Oh. So you want to look like an unlockable character DLC in a fighting game, huh? Yeah, no, that's a problem, bro.
I've gotten a little bit lighter than I was in the past because I stopped going into the sun. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. I want to get darker, but what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, here's what you could do. Not. How about that?
Today is day 50. That's right. Half of 100 days I've been injected on myself, and I am, as you can see, I am getting darker, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how I get in the sun. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I look like I'm 10 shades lighter than I am, but then I go into the shadows and in the shade, and I look darker. You know what I'm saying? It's like
he just said, if I go to the shadows, I'll look darker. This man literally want to go to the shadow realm just so he can look like this. I cannot believe that this is real. I'm going to put it one more for fake because that cannot be. I can't believe someone would do this for so long. He did 100 days of tanning And I'm not sure what the long-term effects are on his body, but that cannot be good for your health. That cannot be good for your physical health. If you do anything that's not good for you for like a prolonged period of time, it's gonna have long-lasting effects. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was very happy. I was very happy. I did look quite orange in that picture or that video, but that was because I was also taking bronzing lotions at the same time. I didn't know that bronzing lotions turn you orangey.
Now that I think about it, you do look like a digestive biscuit with some cornrows.
Day 50, now you essentially look like a black man to a certain degree. What's the effect of people around you, your family, your sister, your friends, your coworkers?
So now the interview asks, what was the effect and how did your family and people around you actually think about it? Because that's a great question.
There was no difference really. They were just happy that I was happy. Some of them, they were like, I wouldn't put it past you to do something like this. But I asked one of my homeboys, like, how do you personally feel about this? And he's like, that's you, bro. That's your body. If it makes you happy, all power to you. And don't listen to what everybody else says. I was like, well, what do you think about people that are trying to say negative things about me taking the injections? He's like, pay them no mind. They ain't living your life.
So apparently the consensus in the Zeus family is pretty good. Everybody's like, thank God you became black. If you didn't, I don't know what you would have done. And even his homeboys love it. Because his homeboys are probably from Malibu, if you know what I mean.
And this is my crew. Hey, yo, fool, we about to have some hardcore drama go down right about now. That's right.
Okay, well, then you took it a step further and you got some tattoos on your arms.
No, I've had the tattoos for years.
Okay, can you show the first one and the second one?
Well, technically, they're the same thing.
Okay, so on one hand he has a black power, and on the other hand he has frick whites. They're not the same thing, as Nuka Zeus claims to say, because one is empowerment of a certain race, culture, and creed. The other one is discriminating against a certain group of people. And it's really odd that the group he's discriminating against is the group he's from. Elevating one group of people does not mean the same as putting another group of people down. Those are two very separate things, and to think that they're the same definitely shows a flaw in your logistical level of thinking.
Okay, so a white guy walks into a tattoo parlor and he says, I want whites on one arm and black power on the other.
I got
Was
turned
a tattoo?
down. I got turned down 3 times. Well, the one guy said, hell no, I ain't tatting that ignorant on you. But it's funny because later, after I got it tatted on and I went to him and I was like, I want to get my tattoos redone to look better. He's like, I got you. He's like, I can redo them for you and make them better. So before he was saying no, he wasn't going to do it. Then I did it. And now he's willing to, do it, you know what I'm saying, and make it look better.
Kind of weird thing that's going on here. His head perception is like, ever since I became black, life became better, which is, by and large and generally speaking, the correct opposite of how the world works. But it seems to be like he's having a great time, a swell time being black. And like I keep saying, the black experience is great. I would never change my skin color. I love the skin color that I'm in. But at the same time, you have to realize the shortcomings of the world. And this man has only been black for a very short amount of time. I think growing up, experiencing it, living it, being in a place of poverty and stuff, especially being from South Africa or something, you definitely see the difference by being a certain color.
Well, being a white man that says F whites on his arm, you're kind of saying F yourself.
I've never considered myself white. I consider myself human being.
I'm just a human being. Everybody's a human being. But I hate the white people. You know what I mean? But everybody's just a human. We're all trying to get along. It's just love. Unless you're white. In which case, I'll meet you out back. I got the homies with a strap.
And then when people told me you have to pick a side, you're not human. You have to be either, something. If you're gonna label me, put me in the right category. You know what I'm saying? I'm not white. I'm not in that category. I'm in the black category.
Well, when you start doing this, you're going to get a reaction, obviously. There's always been a thing in America with blackface, where you have white people that paint their face black. Every Halloween, a bunch of people end up losing their jobs for, Halloween costumes of blackface and so forth. But what you're doing is not blackface. You're actually, changing your skin color chemically.
So chemical face. Well, that's something I haven't heard, but I think that could be a Batman supervillain. Oh my god, it's chemical face. You're making racial inequality a thing. This is systematic hate. Oh my god, I don't know. He's fighting more things than me. He's fighting the power.
Blackface is, putting on makeup or paint with the sole intent to then mock and degrade black people. I'm not doing that. I'm being myself. I just happen to be darkening my skin at the same time of also being black, but from a lighter body.
I'm black from a lighter body. I met that bitch at a Christmas party. She's fat, but she's still a hottie. Told her put it on my lap, dance with Shawty. Put out the mistletoe just to kiss a bro. She was white, I was black, screaming ho ho ho. Nuka Zeus on why he uses a certain word.
Like I said, back when I first moved down to the South, I didn't know there was a difference between people. I thought we were all human and nobody with each other. You know what I'm saying? When I walked into school, all the blacks were on one side and all the whites were on the other. And I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to sit. I wanted to be friends with everybody because I consider people human. You know what I'm saying? I don't see, difference in anything.
Well, you clearly do if you have a tattoo that says F whites. I can't believe you even got that. So you're hating a whole race of people, which is just as bad, regardless of what color you are. It's not okay to do that. You know what I mean, bruh? You know what I mean?
But as time progressed, all the white people, they were giving me a lot of They were like, why you keep hanging out with them, They kept telling me, that, they was going to hang me with my coons, that I was a lover.
He just said it. I can't believe he said it with such ease, too. He's been saying it a while.
Me going through this all the time and then watching all my people, go through it all the time, I was like, I had enough of it. I felt like, what else was I supposed to do? Or what would anybody else in my position do?
Listen, I know what you're saying, dog, but someone in your position, probably, what you could do if you really wanted to help is leverage your whiteness. I know that sounds crazy, but if you use your position of power to help us, maybe not only could you keep your beautiful skin, which, by the way, white, beautiful, black, beautiful, any skin tone, gorgeous, okay? Everybody in their skin tone is gorgeous. Stop, Nuka Zeus. Don't do that. Maybe you're setting the culture back by even trying.
That's where all the hating for white people started, the way that they treated me and all my people.
Okay.
Other details I'm not going to get into because I'm saving that for the documentary.
Okay. Now, you used the N-word when you were describing, a situation just now. Do you use the N-word on a regular basis?
I used to. When I first got locked up,
you won't let me out. Locked up, cause I say words that I shouldn't be saying.
And when I was in juvie at 13, they told me, yo, if you want to get respect, you got to be saying that word. I view the word differently. There's two different ways, because there's two different kinds of people. There's the people that are like, nobody should be saying that word. But then on the other side, it's like, it's just a word. Everybody should be able to say it. We're giving the word power by saying that it affects us a certain way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, dog.
I would never say the hard R. That word makes me go ape.
Oh, but I thought we were just talking about how certain words don't have power unless you put power on them. Seems like you're contradicting yourself. Before he contradicted himself, I thought he had a solid argument with the fact that some people agree that, words shouldn't have power. Not necessarily this one, but words have enough power if you give it to them, and everybody's objective stance on it is different. He had a point before he ruined it by contradicting himself, but this is a man who went from black to white, so he clearly can't decide what he wants to be. So at this point, we know a lot about Nuka Zeus. We know his childhood, he grew up among both black and white kids. Unlike most people who only grow up among their own, like the Amish. He was confused. He didn't know what to do. So he did what the only sane person did, and converted his color. Like a paint job in Grand Theft Auto. And, said the word that probably shouldn't be said, because deep down and on his passport, legally, he's still Caucasian. Let's pick up where we left off.
for the people that have been following me.
For the people that have been following me. Why is he talking like that? Why is he suddenly talking like E40? What is this?
On this adventure of mine, today is day 50. That's right, half of 100 days I've been injected on myself, and I am, as you can see, I am getting darker, and I love it. My nipples are no longer pink, y'all.
My nipples are no longer pink, y'all. Something said by every black person ever. I can't wait for Denzel Washington to go up to the next Oscars and say, my nipples are no longer black. I mean pink. Oh, man, I was acting too hard.
My dick is no longer pink. It's like light brown.
My dick is no longer pink. It's like light brown.
I quit YouTube. I'm out of this place. F this. I'm out. Get out. I'm leaving. Here's a barometer for how you know someone went too far. If anybody mentions the color of their dick and then says it changed, you've gone too far. Your dick doesn't have to look like a Crayola section. You know what I mean?
Like such a wonderful feeling. I can't wait till I look like Wesley Snipes. This girl just fucking hit me up talking all this. First you wanted.
So, if you didn't think he was bad or you thought it was fake, like, I think we're even Stevens now. This is the video that really gets me. I don't know if he's real or not, because this feels like it could be on a Key and Peele skit.
Sold me out, son. Now you gonna end up with a bullet in your head for it.
Cut.
Nigel, that's great.
Oh, great. It's smashing. Thank you so much.
But it also feels like it could be on a documentary for someone who has clearly lost his place in life. And you tell me, because I just don't know.
To try to give me some pointers and some advice. Then she wanted to go on and say that, you know, I got a white husband, and if he ever acted like you, I would have never gave him the chance of date. First of all...
Okay, so now he's, looking like Captain Crunch Chocolate Zilla over here. But at the same time, you can definitely see he's putting on an accent more so than he normally does, because we've seen the interviews and he talks differently in them. This is something crazy. And he's now talking about a black woman talking about a white guy.
First of all, you sleeping with the goddamn enemy. We need to be keeping our roots strong.
Do you see what I mean when I say I don't know if this is a joke or true? Because he's saying that this black girl who was born black is dating a white guy and sleeping with, and I quote, the enemy. The enemy is apparently to him the whites. I don't know what to say because I don't get it. Is this a joke?
I can't stand these black girls that be dating white dudes.
Can you put one up for fake? I don't believe it. I don't believe someone's being like, I can't stand these black girls dating white guys. Our people are dating them? That's crazy. You're white. You are white. You are like Walter from Breaking Bad. You're white. You're not Walter Black.
You know what I'm saying? Sellouts. You know what I'm saying? We need to be keeping our gene pool strong. You know what I'm saying? How this gonna come talking to me about some pro-black when she is with the fucking cave beast?
How you gonna talk about a girl who's black dating a white guy when you're white? How?
What up, y'all?
Oh my god, he's got a do-rag on.
Like, bro, like, if you can see in some of my old videos and shit, like, I was, like, light skin, like, light skin.
You call it white, you don't call it light skin, you just call it what it is, it's white. When I see a car, I'm not like, is it black or light skin? I just ask if it's white. Oh.
But for some odd reason, the one part of my body that never saw any sun, that hardly saw any sun at all.
Don't say your dick.
My dick and balls was the darkest part of my body.
My dick and balls was the darkest part of my body. Nuka Zeus. Can we get one more up for fake? My dick and balls.
Hey girl, shit, I'm white, but I'm black where it counts, you know what I mean?
I knew a white dude, and I asked him, I was like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? What's the darkest part of your body?
That sounds like a normal conversation. Hello, white man.
Hey Jimmy, are you doing that Nuka Zeus shit?
Actually, my name is Nuka Zeus. That's, like, only my name. But anyway, what's the darkest part of your body? You know what I'm saying?
Why are you talking like that?
I'm talking, this is always how I talk, girl. This is what I do.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Nuka, the darkest part of my body is actually the timeline that we're in right now, because this is clearly the darkest timeline.
I put the black woman is my god.
In case that wasn't enough to deter you from his character or see if he's actually real or fake, he actually made a car that's black. A blackmobile, if you will.
Because the black woman is God. But I had to be careful with my wording because you never know what could happen if I
park my car in a parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Cute sentiment. Black woman is God. Great. Not sure you should be putting that on a car. I love that you love the culture so much. I'm very appreciative. Great. But maybe keep it to yourself? Also, why didn't you paint the car black? So now I want to get to the meat of this. The part that makes me laugh. The first transracial person. He took a struggle that was manned by a lot of people who wanted to fight for equality and put his own spin on it. He wanted to be the first ever transracial person, from white to black. So this is basically why he decided to do it.
There were some people on my Instagram page that was attacking some of my friends, and they just kept like going on and on and on attacking, and I kept telling them, yo, stop fucking with my people, you know what I'm saying?
I know what he's saying, and we should have probably put a counter up. Maybe we put a counter up right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying counter, that would help.
But they kept, so like I just made a post, on Instagram, and I was like, look, you know what I'm saying?
I think we'll do fine with it now.
I don't give a fuck if you come at me. You can beat me, do whatever the fuck you want, say whatever you want to me. But my friends are fucking innocent. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm not really sure why you're even angry, but I could do fake anger as well. What? You know what I'm saying? I just hate people who look at my horse and say, he's brown. He's tan.
I was saying something about, you will not be, doing it to my people and my friends on my page. And I fired a gunshot because that's what you're going to get if you keep fucking with me.
So you're telling me this guy went, blah, blah. Don't talk bad in the comment section. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know if every YouTuber did that, there would be no more commentary channels or any channels on YouTube or even fans if everybody eliminated the people who talk shit in their comment sections? You know how many people talk shit on my comment section? 8. And they're a family, and I hate them. But you know what I mean. You can't silence everyone. And hey, listen, the great Black Denzel Washington said this. He said that if you're doing something and people aren't hating on it, then you're probably not doing it right. The second you start doing something worthwhile, somebody's gonna oppose it. That's just how life works.
There was another video on your YouTube channel where you were, I guess, crying, talking about how you someone.
Yeah. Where are you going with this?
There's a Instagram video where you went to someone. Where are you going with this? The acting is spectacular.
All right. And you've actually called out people like Bad Baby and Riff Raff for profiting off Black culture.
Yeah, they do nothing for the community. They just take money and take money and take money and do nothing for it, nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do know what he's saying.
I give it right back to the community. You know what I'm saying?
I know what he's saying.
I be starving my motherfucking self. I live in a house that's
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. This is what the black people, right? Starving, living in my house. Starving like Marvin, because I'm black.
Nice to meet you, Starvin' Marvin.
Got it. This is what you think. This is what you think of black culture, huh? It's supposed to be a culture that's non-profitable. Do you not know what black excellence is? Do you not know Jay-Z is a billionaire? Kanye is a billionaire? You can be black and wealthy, and it doesn't mean you're a sellout. You can be white and talk about black things. Doesn't mean you're a sellout. The culture is a different thing, my guy.
Because I don't give a about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm selfless. I do everything for my people. You know what I'm saying? I try to give back everything that I got. But they don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. What's the counter up to?
You know what
10,
I'm saying?
12? This guy, every cent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like he watched New Jack City, and he was like, you know what I am saying. I say it, but I'm too white. You know what I'm saying.
2 weeks later.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
3 weeks later.
You know what I'm saying, dog? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got it.
Well, have people compared you to Riff Raff before?
Some people do, but that's just because it's usually just the cornrows.
I also, the white.
And you actually have a problem with interracial dating.
Well, in an aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do know what you're saying.
White dudes dating black women, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that because that's poisoning the well. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
They're watering down our genes. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep our genes strong. You know what I'm saying? But black men sleeping with white women, there's no problem with that because we're poisoning their well. So it's like, ha ha, ha ha.
You know what I'm saying? I know what he's saying. I'm having a good time knowing what you're saying. Thank you for checking on me after every single sentence. Yeah, but besides the you know what I'm saying, what he's talking about is absolute toxicity. This is a mentality that should have been left behind in the 1950s, and I just do not agree with this in any shape, way, or form. This is such a backwards mentality that it hurts me to even hear.
Well, regardless of who's sleeping with who, there's going to be a baby that comes out that's going to be mixed. If it's a black man with a white woman, or a white woman with a black man.
Because if it's a black man and a white woman, you know, that's one less white baby. I don't know. I haven't put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, fucking clearly. I never put a lot of thought in. I just start screaming things in my mouth, and then I have to think about them after I say them.
You know what I'm saying? I just know, you know what I'm saying, with the black man and the white woman, we're watering down their, you know what I'm saying? You know, because that's one less white baby to have, you know, running around on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
You primarily date black women?
Yeah.
So if you have a baby with a black woman...
I'm sorry, can we just take a second to chill here? Which black woman in their right mind would look at this man and be like, oh, he's cute? You'd probably be like, oh, he's an alien. I've never had sex with an alien. I'm really not sure which woman is doing that, but okay.
Whatever chemicals you put into your body is not going to get transferred down to the baby, right? So
we don't know.
But I mean, your DNA is still your DNA, right? So whatever's in your sperm, based on your DNA, if you have a baby with a black woman, that baby, half of his DNA is going to be white. So this whole poisoning thing is going to happen if you get a black woman pregnant.
But I'm not white. I'm just human.
You're white, bro. Bro, come on, you're white. Come on, bro. Come on, your last name is probably De Niro, something like that. Come on, Jeeves, you're white. You're white.
Do you plan on having children?
I have had children, and I plan on. I want to have as many kids as I can.
Who the did that? Which lady looked at Nuka and was like, put it in? Who let this man park his car in their garage? Ladies, you can do better. I promise you, unless you want to have the novelty of saying, yeah, I f***ed a black and white dude.
Oh, you have kids already?
Which I don't want to talk about, but yeah.
Can you say if they're mixed or not?
They're black.
How does the kids, is it, you know, and I'm not going to go into details, but are both kids with the same mother or is it different mothers?
I don't want to go into any details about that.
Okay.
In the future, you know what I'm saying? We could do some, you know what I'm saying? But right now, there's too many people, you know what I'm saying? Too many haters out there. I don't want throwing out, you know.
I got you. What does your kid's mother or mothers think about what you're doing right now in terms of the injections?
That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's Zeus. That's like a common, you know, thing that people say. That's just Zeus.
I love that. That's the common phrase. That's just Zeus. It's when you f*** up so royally that you have your own phrase. I'm dying here. This is the first Detective Leo where I wish I went to jail so I could have solace behind the bars and not have to deal with this guy.
You know, your profile pic on your YouTube channel is, you know, essentially you're looking in the mirror, you're pointing to the mirror, and it's you on one side. Well, on the other side of the mirror is a black man.
Yeah, it's my reflection.
This is very different. And, you know, you have the Rachel Dolezal situation. And you also had this other woman who I think was a professor at some university that recently came forward and said that she wasn't black. But neither of these people actually injected anything into themselves. They just had a certain type of look and maybe did something with their hair or something like that. But no one actually went to the heights that you've gone to.
They're not heights, my guy. They're lowest. This is the lowest of the low. If Dave Chappelle saw this, he'd have an hour-long special.
The fuck is that bitch talking about? I identify black.
Do you consider yourself transracial?
People keep throwing that word at me, but technically, I don't consider myself transracial because transracial is going from one race to another. I'm not doing a transformation. I am not transforming from one thing to another. I have always been me. I'm just darkening my skin. It's the same thing if somebody wants to dye their hair or if someone wants to grow out their beard or gain muscles, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing something for me, or they want to get fake titties or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just me.
That's true, but none of those are cultural things. Like dyeing your hair doesn't mean that you're going to shift cultures. There's no differences that come with it that are implied. If I dyed my hair, nobody from another culture is going to be like, you're stealing. But if I dyed my face to a different color, let's say white, and then I started talking like, hello, how are you doing? People might say, hey, Leo, what the actual F? And they'd be right to, because I'm now having the implications of changing my whole identity.
You know what I'm saying? I just want a darker skin.
And
it's nice to go out in the sun, you know what I'm saying? Before, I couldn't go in the sun without getting burned after 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? It was hard, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what he's saying? What's the counter up to, Henry? Do you know what he's saying? You guys know what he's saying? I know what he's saying.
Being like that as a kid, you know, everybody else can go swimming and everybody else can play outside all the time. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you had the white skin. Man, you know, that would be crazy, because all the best swimmers in the world are black. Like that guy, Michael Phelps. That dude is crazy black. And Usain Bolt, he's white.
You're not done yet. You've said that you want to be as dark as Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get darker than that, I mean, that'd be nice. I mean, I want to be dark, you know? The end of the spectrum.
What's the inverse of that? I want to be as white as Jessica Chastain. Wouldn't that be... Imagine if I said that, bro.
As you up the injections, you take a bigger risk. I mean, you talk about liver damage.
I mean, there's been cases of people dying. There's been cases of people's dicks stopped completely working forever.
I don't get why he constantly goes back to the dick stuff.
There's been other things. Trying to remember. There's something, like, I don't remember what it's called, but...
Common sense. You probably don't remember because you don't have it.
Literally, I mean, it's an experimental drug. So literally just about anything can happen. You know, I could sprout a third arm out of my asshole.
Why is that not as bad as saying, I could gain my sense back and want to be white? I think it's more likely that he grows an arm out of his ass than doing what I just said, which is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
If you were no longer able to have an erection because of what you did, would you regret ever doing it, or would you say, nah?
I have no answer for that. I don't know. Like I said, it's just the pursuit of happiness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to explain because I don't fully understand it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, listen, you're doing your own thing.
Even the interviewer was like, yeah. No, I just want to go home and hug my wife and tell her how beautiful her skin tone is. You make me want to do that.
I'm sure there's a certain part of the black community that feels that you're mocking them.
And that's one thing I hope that I could find a way to prove and show people. It's nothing in the mocking category. It's nothing in the blackface category. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people that don't know me, they jump to conclusions. But everybody that's around me, they know me. They're like, that's Zeus. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. The problem is that I don't think you know what you're saying, dog. What I mean by that is this man is not actually trying to love the black experience. What he's trying to do is, one, fast track his swag or something, and two, he's playing this weird caricature. I don't know too many black people who do this. I don't know if this is necessarily what the culture is. I feel like he just watched pop culture and then based off of that created this persona or character. I don't think he really knows. You don't have to be a certain skin color to be accepted by a community. Accepting someone as one of their own does not ever mean anything to do with color. You can do it with any race, gender, or creed. There will be people to accept you. Have you ever went to church on a Sunday and sung gospel? Have you ever done that? That's an experience. That's wonderful, and you don't have to be a certain color. People will accept you, and good people. But what you're doing is like the equivalency of me watching Karate Kid and then seeing Mr. Miyagi and thinking everybody looks, sounds, and acts that way.
They know me. They're like, we know you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You might be a little crazy, but you cool as shit. You're real nice and humble. I mean, just don't ever say, racial slur around me. You know what I'm saying? I might go cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? But all I want to do is just free our people. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of this racism. You know what I'm saying? And, uplift black people globally. So many people focusing on black people in America. Nah, when I say I represent black people and I want to uplift black people, I'm talking about globally, all around the world. Let's get China out of Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get China out of Africa, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get China out of Africa. Nuka Zeus is leading the way. We're about to get China out of Africa, baby. I didn't even know China was in Africa. I guess we need to get them out.
Like, black people are the supreme beings on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But the white man is jealous of the black man, you know what I'm saying, trying to hold us back. We need to be equal. You know what I'm saying? We're not equal. You know what I'm saying? Technically, black people should be sitting on top of the world because black people are children of the sun. You know what I'm saying? We came from the earth. You know what I'm saying? White people are a genetic mutation of black people.
This is just wild.
So white people are all trash, basically. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little mutant little mutt, you know, cave beast. You know what I'm saying?
I don't obviously represent this jackass, but like obviously if you're watching this and you're lighter skin, please don't believe any of that. I know you don't, but oh god. Anybody who thinks that way is just pure stupidity.
So your sister is a mutt. And a cave beast.
She's not white.
Your parents?
But I'm not talking about them. They're human. You know what I'm saying? When I learned the definition of white is evil, devil, you know, hatred, racist.
But heaven is white, and it's the literal opposite. That's what red is. What about the red people? What about people who eat chili peppers and then do this? Do you hate them? Because they're going to hell.
All that. So that's what white is. My parents, my family are not that. My parents are human. They're cool. They're nice. They're big-hearted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people over the last couple years try to explain to me and show me that not all white people are bad. It's kind of like they're all guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like all white people are guilty of being evil and racist until they prove themselves that they are not.
You know what? And I will represent every single case that this man throws at you. If you're getting subpoenaed by him, which wouldn't happen because I don't think he can read, but if you are, I will turn into Lawyer Leo and represent you. Pro bono. Not pro bono. Those are different things. But maybe. No, that's not how you think about people, huh? Because if it was the opposite way around and someone said that a black person is guilty until proven innocent, we'd have some real issues. So, the inverse cannot be said. That's just simple math. And if you watch Terrence Howard, you probably know about it. By the way, Terrence Howard, black. Actual.
But if they're born a certain type of way, how could they prove themselves if they're genetically inferior, is what you're basically saying?
I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, and that's how it ends. He doesn't know how to answer that because he's just not smart enough to back up anything he's saying. This is a man who is so confused that he doesn't like one type of person, he loves the other type of person, and somehow, concurrently, thinks that all of us are human, even though one group of people he seems to not like with a passion. To me, if he wasn't saying all that evil stuff, he wasn't talking about a certain race, and saying all those bad things, I would have let it slide. Not really let it slide, but I would have been like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. In saying that, he clearly has an issue, and I think he needs some real help. I do want to show you one more video, though.
You can't be black unless you got, you know, that black skin. But now I'm taking the tanning shots, and I'm tanning and I'm getting darker skin. Now all of a sudden people want to switch it up. I'm like, oh, you can have black skin, but that don't make you black. What if me and, like, let's say one of my homeboys want to switch bodies and we get the brain transplant and put it in his body, take his brain and put it into my body? How about that?
If you and the homies decide to do a brain transplant, let me know. I would like front row seats tickets to that. I would like to see both of y'all self-perform surgery. I would really like to see it. Nah, I just don't believe that this is real. I'm gonna put one more up on the fake. Okay, so this video I actually can't show you because it's so vile. But what he's doing is essentially saying that certain types of movies that were made of people of color make him really sad, and it makes him want to actually wreck innocent people off a certain color. This is wild.
Keep going until I get put in my grave. I would love to live in the world of nothing but black people. That is harmony. I would gladly give my life to make a stand.
Nobody talks like that, man. Nobody says the word stand is stand unless you're trying to caricature a black person in a sitcom from the 1980s.
And show that I have had enough of this shit. I am not gonna take this no more. I will do it for my people. Talking about I'm fake, talking about I ain't real.
I am talking about you fake. I am. You know why? Because I am from Southern Africa. It's because I know what fake is. It's because I know what real is, motherfucker. And you are not it. You may try to be a certain way. You may try to look a certain way. You may even try to sound a certain way. But if you're not born in, you ain't it. Sorry, man. I'll tell you right now, the experiences I've had were not the same that you had. And growing up in that place, experiencing the things that I experienced, made me a product of my environment. And you cannot say the same thing. Therefore, you putting a little tan on your face, don't make it the real thing. Sorry, son.
You know what the fuck I done been through?
But I guess I'm wrong because he just dropped that N-word, huh? He just dropped, okay. Well, that was the life and times of the man, the myth, the legend, Nuka Zeus. And like I said, if this video gets, 20,000 likes, I'm actually hoping it doesn't. Then I'll try and do an interview with him. Before I do an interview on him, like I said, I think this guy clearly needs help from a psychologist. I think he has internal issues that need to be sorting out. I can't recommend you nothing. This is just advice from someone who happens to be the actual skin color that you're searching to be. Except apparently I'm not dark enough. I'm not sure what the need is for this man to be so adamant that he wants to be one color. Before I go, Nuka Zeus, if you're somehow watching this, I don't think you would have made it to this point, but this is the point that's the most important. The great Bob Marley, one of the icons of black culture, of reggae culture, of just excellence. Bob Marley is half white. I just want you to know that. The best reggae artist of all time, half white. And when they interviewed him and they asked him about race, he was like, what race? I don't see that. I don't see colors. I just make good music. So that's what I want to leave you with. Nuka Zeus, don't judge, because you might not know the full story. I've been Detective Leo. This is me and Henny the horse saying, giddy up. If you have any other person that you want me to check out, let me know. Until then, I'm gonna take my horse to the Blacktown Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. Some horses are black, some horses are white, and I'm a-okay with that. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
That shit off like my baba. All my bros nowadays, they solid.